Put them all out there this summer. Put everybody in the middle. See what we can get.
They're about to extend T. Lou.
Huh?
They're about to extend him.
They're going to have to because Lakers after him.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that next second. I mean, it would make sense to put everybody else on the line.
Ballmer, I think it said previously, he wants to make a big splash coming in with this new arena, wants some continuity with that squad. They gave Kawhi the 3-year extension. PG set to become a free agent. James Harden set to become a free agent. Westbrook also has a player option. Remains to be seen what happens on that side.
Do you bring Jalen Green in?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all do me a favor. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. You already know who it is, man. It's your boy, Reggie. So I was scrolling earlier through YouTube, and I came across this clip from Gil's Arena. Now, Gil, he has, Brandon Jennings and this other guy on the show named Rashad McCants, and they were talking about the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, obviously, the Los Angeles Clippers are the biggest running joke in the NBA. Just last season, everybody was on the internet telling me how much better Kawhi Leonard was than LeBron James. And when the Clippers get bounced out and Kawhi Leonard doesn't play, nobody ever keeps the same energy and smoke with Kawhi Leonard as they do with LeBron James. And I find that to be extremely funny, right? Now, Gil might have to fire this dude, Rashad McCants, because he had the worst take I think I've ever heard.
James Harden set to become a free agent. Westbrook also has a player option. Remains to be seen what happens on that side.
Do you bring Jalen Green in?
They're not getting rid of him.
No. Hey, if you
take Jalen Green for James Harden?
Houston, they doing it. Houston, remember, think about the coach over there, man. Who you think he'd rather coach? Jalen Green, yeah.
You don't think he'll take James?
Now with that young team, they got the young team. They got their guard, they got their center, right? With Sangoon.
Listen,
Brandon,
just build around that.
You look like you had something important you wanted to say.
If I'm the Clippers, man, I'm getting a megastar.
Who?
I mean, shit, why not just go see what Golden State talking about?
To L.A.?
For who?
For Steph Curry.
Which Golden State player?
For Steph Curry.
L.A.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, you got what, new arena? You're gonna need somebody to bring some type of, entertainment and excitement in there. And you need excitement. So you're gonna need a player like Steph, or you gotta go find another young mega star that's on the up and up. Because
Ball. L.A.
I mean, entertaining.
The thing with the Clippers is you're getting this new arena. Are you going in there with the hopes of trying to win a championship, or are you going to bust it up and go just a new young team? Are you trying to rebuild and say this is because what happens if you go in there with this team and y'all are failing? You know how long you're going to be in the shit.
Yeah.
So you have to this really has to be like a really fast
So I'm saying they got
turnover. Like you really got to go like, we're trying to win a championship and then turn that bitch back over.
If you're Steve, right, and you're sitting at the table, you're with your executives, you know that you got a 50-year plan. This is a 50-year investment.
Yep.
Right? Our 50-year plan is not going to be immediate on our return.
Bro, what are you talking about,
Which
man?
means that we tried this early on before we made this investment.
I'm out, man.
Now that we've seen 6 years, before we actually made the investment, what we had with these pieces that could have got us to a championship did not fucking work. So we're not going after a championship because you know what? We're on the West side. Now let's look at the West. It's a lot of fucking teams going for that championship that's got better pieces than we do.
The young team.
So why wouldn't we rebuild? Why wouldn't we go get LaMelo Ball for James Harden and Zubac?
Charlotte taking that dude.
We keep Kawhi.
Shut your bitch ass up.
We got Melo. Now we bringing in what with Melo? Fan base, younger crowd. He's an LA kid. He can actually be promoted. He can be the face out here. You're giving us a good player at a good price for a guy who's on the downside. You got Brandon Miller still over there in Charlotte. So you got a PG.
Would you say for both of them?
I mean, I would want to take PG to that same trade and bring Brandon Miller over. Brandon Miller and Melo Ball.
You think Charlotte would do that?
I don't think Charlotte
For those three?
No, I
those
think-
three?
What's so funny is I think Charlotte. You gotta look at like a Charlotte, a Detroit. Look at some of them bottom feeding teams that might need a bigger name just to sell some tickets.
Just to sell tickets.
And then you come up off like Cunningham. If you can steal Cade and say, oh, I got
Yeah, but do you feel like K's a big enough name for the LA market to rally?
No. He's a young enough name.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I'm saying. I have to go from, like, especially when you're looking at a team like OKC, right? You have to be able to, like, take your team and then flip it and make them good within 2-3 years.
Yep.
You can't go from this team and then just rebuild, and you're rebuilding 6, 7, 8 years. That whole investment, it's just not a good look for you.
Facts.
Especially when you're trying to, like, he's trying to go into that building, selling out tickets and doing all of that. So this has to be like, I get rid of this piece, bring this piece in. Like, you have a 2-year window to really flip it and put it back and look something
Make
like
it look good enough,
And make
yeah.
it look good enough.
So like I said, ladies and gentlemen, you guys just heard this dude Rashad McCants and his ridiculous trade proposal. Like I said, bro, this dude should be fired, bro. That was a ridiculous clown take if I've ever heard one. This man said he would trade Kawhi and Paul George to Charlotte so he could get LaMelo and he could get Brandon Miller. Why in the hell would Charlotte do that deal, man? Why in the hell would Charlotte trade their future for players that can't even stay on the court? Players that don't even produce come playoff time. Paul George is a better podcaster at this point than he is a basketball player. Kawhi Leonard is a scam artist, okay? He never plays in the playoffs. Why in the hell would Charlotte do that? That makes absolutely no sense. And then he said the Clippers should go and get Jalen Green for James Harden. Why in the hell would Ime Udoka, who has already said he is cool on James Harden, why would he trade his young up-and-coming star player named Jalen Green for James Harden, a historical playoff choker who is past his prime? Why in the hell would Houston and Charlotte do these deals? Does this make any sense to anybody? Bro, I heard this take, bro, and I went in the comments, man, and I was dying laughing because everybody was in the comments like, what in the hell is this dude talking about? So listen, ladies and gentlemen, that's really all I got for this topic, man. I just thought that this was just honestly a hilarious topic, and you guys had to hear this, man. So y'all do me a favor, man. Come into the comments down below and let me know what you think about what Rashad McCants had to say, man. Honestly, I think the dude should be fired for what he said about the Clippers trading their quote-unquote star players to Charlotte for LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller. I mean, come on, that makes absolutely no sense, man. But that's really all I got. Y'all be sure to subscribe to the channel and drop a like on the video on your way out. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. This was another installment of The Locker Room. Peace.